What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Fantasy Football Today, presented by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. We're answering your start or sit questions. We've got about 53 minutes before those lineups lock, at least for the 1 o'clock games. We're also going to be following Browns-Vikings. I actually don't know the answer to this. Has Dylan Gabriel thrown as many or more or fewer touchdowns than Joe Flacco did in 4 games?
Is that real?
What do you think? What's the answer? So he's thrown 2. What do you think?
As many.
Didn't he throw one? So I think he has more for the season because he threw one Dylan Sampson earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with more.
The same. Flacco threw 2.
Okay.
So, all right. Good job, Dylan Gabriel. Way to
good.
go.
Jordan Mason's back in.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Vikings fumbling this game away. Anyway, let's go through the headlines here. Brock Bowers out. Michael Mayer out as a 1 o'clock game for them against the Indianapolis Colts. And Juwan Johnson active, but so are Foster Morrow and Taysom Hill. And we've been talking about tight ends all morning, basically. But Heath, you want to give your thoughts again on the tight end position right now with those situations?
When I looked a couple hours ago, there were 2 guys who are available and in my top 10. They are Brenton Strange on Monday Night Football and Tommy Tremble against the Dolphins today.
Tremble top 10?
Tremble top 10. And so those are the 2 guys, if you're just waking up and you've got 45 minutes or an hour to go and need to get a tight end, I'd go for Brenton Strange, who's about 60% rostered, and Tommy Tremble, who's about 10.
Okay.
The correct answer was David Njoku and Harold Fannin, but who could have known?
Yeah, right. Well, especially Njoku. Njoku at the moment leading the way with 7 targets, 5 catches, 56 yards. He's almost got as many yards as Justin Jefferson, but Njoku's got the touchdown. Jefferson does not. Josh Oliver would have also been the answer, catching a touchdown from Cam Akers today. And Harold Fannin, 4 catches, 13 yards, and a touchdown. Jacob, I'm going to give you the harder one here, right? So let's talk about some of these backup running backs. Chuba Hubbard's out. So Rico Dowdle, I feel like some excitement about him on our show this week. Oh, Justin Jefferson now has 97 yards. Okay. But Adam Schefter said that Michael Carter is basically going to be first and second down guy, and Demercado is going to stay in his role. Earlier, we heard a report that they were going to ride the hot hand. So where are you on the Cardinals guys right now?
I think you can use Demercado in PPR leagues. I do have Carter ranked the highest. And it wouldn't shock me if Bam Knight gets into this too. So I have no confidence in any of them, but Carter is somebody who I've liked in the past. I did watch all of his touches last year down the stretch. He got a few games where he got, 10, 15 plus touches. And I think he can handle that workload. He's somebody we've been excited about in the past for fantasy. So he's who I have ranked the highest. But yeah, hot hand does scare me that it could go any way.
But amongst the backup running backs starting, he's not the highest, at least not for me. I would rank them Rachaad White, then Rico Dowdle, then Michael Carter, and Woody Marks right there with him. We don't know for sure that he's starting, but could be.
I have Woody the highest of them, and then Dowdle, and then White, and then Carter.
But okay, so I feel like Carter has to be considered. Look, obviously, he could have the best game. You never know. He has to be considered last in that group. I think there's some good debate we could have about Woody Marks versus Rico Dowdle versus Rachaad White, but hopefully that will come up as we answer these questions. But there was also a report, Heath, that Rachaad White was going to get the majority of the carries from Tom Pelissero. That was earlier today. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the problem with Michael Carter, the reason I think he doesn't have to be the lowest is because if he gets 20 touches against the Titans, he might be the best.
But he is the lowest for you, right? And he's the low. Isn't he?
He's one spot ahead of Woody.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't have said that if I didn't mean to undermine you. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
And maybe that's the way it should be. But I think Woody's obviously the unique one because the guy who has been starting is still there, and we don't know for sure that he's going to have 15 touches in this game.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people are looking at Woody Marks' matchup against the Ravens as about as favorable as Michael Carter's matchup against the Titans, because the Ravens are just gutted defensively. But you know what? Let's get to the questions. That's usually the best way to figure out who we like and how much we like them. So obviously we're going to start with this blockbuster. Would you start Kendry Miller, Malik Washington, or Isaiah Davis?
Smash the like button, please. And Isaiah Davis.
I would start Davis too. Good luck.
I would start Malik Washington.
Yeah.
I would start a new fantasy league. I think Taysom Hill kind of makes Kendry Miller less attractive. That's obviously just a theory, but you're hoping
I think so too.
Miller would score a touchdown right now. Now Hill gets in that mix.
We have no idea what Taysom Hill's role is going to be, but I am excited to be able to change my team name in Jacob's League once again. It's always Taysom Hill based, and now he's back.
Would you guys drop Michael Carter for Trey Tucker? I have a ton of running back depth.
I don't really see how Bowers impacts Tucker, but I do like Tucker this week. Sure.
I think you can look at, I can't really bring them both up right now, but weeks 1 and 4, you had about a 30% target share or a 30% target per out run rate, whatever it was for Brock Bowers. And you had very little for Trey Tucker. Weeks 2 and 3, you had very little for Brock Bowers and you had big, make sure I'm not an idiot here. Yeah, 8 and 9 targets for Tucker in those 2 games. That's the theory.
Well, I think the reason is, like, in theory, Brock Bowers' targets are not adjacent to Trey Tucker's targets. I'd agree with Jacob on that. But in practice, we're not going to throw. They've been throwing the ball to their tight ends 28% of the time. I don't think Alberto is going to get a 28% target share in this game. So there should be a higher share for the wide receivers.
I also do think, though, that like Bowers, when he's out there, is somebody the defense is definitely accounting for in a way that they won't be with the fill-in tight ends, which probably shifts more attention over to everyone else and maybe makes it harder for the offense to move the ball as a whole. I just don't really think it changes things that much for Tucker. Okay.
Bowers is week to week, by the way. He could come back next week, but not a guarantee. So if you think that there's going to be a target bump there for Tucker, I think it's a decent theory. Both sides of those are good theories. Okay, let's see. John Cornish says baked burger and baked bacon. Now, I know Heath is not on board with baked burgers, and neither am I. They suck. I don't know what I was thinking. But what about baked bacon? And then Ollie Gordon or Sean Tucker?
I'm not really a big baked bacon guy either. Go get a Blackstone. I would say Sean Tucker.
Yeah, me too. I think they'll probably play similar roles, but there's the small chance that Tucker has the hot hand and they give him more touches, which I don't think we'll see with Gordon.
Yeah. My only hesitation with Gordon is playing against Carolina. He could just take 1 carry for 60 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, and listen, just because it was reported that Rachaad White's going to get the bulk of the carries, it doesn't mean it's absolutely going to happen, right? This happens a lot. We get a report about, this guy's going to be on a snap count, and things change throughout the game. So Tucker could definitely get some work. Pick 3 in PPR: Tedero McMillan, Brian Thomas Jr., Chris Godwin, Chris Olave.
McMillan is 1.
For sure.
I think Olave is 2 for me.
Full PPR, you said?
Yeah.
I'll sit Thomas.
Me too. Yeah. For half PPR, I have Thomas 1 spot ahead of Godwin, but I'm totally fine with Godwin over him for full PPR.
Okay. By the way, I wanted to talk about that baked bacon thing, Heath. I got some Joe's Kansas City barbecue from Goldbelly delivered.
Oh, nice.
Woo-hoo! We had it last night. It was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
And not only did I have that, but I also had the ribs that I made earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Like store-bought barbecue sauce. And I was embarrassed.
Well, and that is if people from Kansas City know, when you go somewhere else and you see a barbecue restaurant, it's not just you, Adam. Usually when you're comparing and contrasting with Joe's, no matter where you are, it's going to be a little embarrassing for the other guys.
It was really good. Jacob Gibbs is the man. Michael Carter or Darius, or Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith, Michael Carter, or Darius Slayton?
I would just go with Devontae Smith.
I would start Carter.
I would start Carter also.
Awesome.
Slayton, Io Manor, or Coleman, PPR?
I think it's Io Manor for me.
I have Coleman the highest, but I would probably just roll a die.
I had this almost exact same question with Slayton, Coleman, and one other wide receiver in this range. And I said, I'd start Slayton. And as I was typing the answer, I was like, actually, I think I'd start Coleman because I do feel like the Bills are going to throw a little bit more in this game than they usually do, but it is tough. Yeah. Roll the die. Chase or Rachaad. Oh, it's Jamar Chase or Chase Brown. Rank all three versus Rachaad White.
Jamar Chase, Rachaad White, Chase Brown.
I agreed.
Somebody's thankful that they benched Jordan Addison. Yeah, he's been bad and he didn't even start. He was benched or something like that. We don't know exactly what happened there. Man, David Njoku and Dylan Gabriel are best friends, huh? Let's start two of this group. Cooper Kupp, Sterling Shepard, Parker Washington, Travis Hunter.
Hunter and Kupp. Diamond Brown will be back. I don't think we'll see as much Parker Washington.
I might have Kupp and Shepard.
Wow.
But definitely Kupp.
I think this could be the Travis Hunter game. Does that make sense to you? He thinking about the Chiefs secondary. Struggled against the slot last year for sure. I think like Jamari Carner is the guy in the slot. He's like a bigger physical guy. Like I think somebody like Travis could get going here.
I hope so. I have a lot of Travis Hunter.
Yeah, well, he's got to play offensively, right?
He didn't play defense in the second half of their last game. Like, and a lot of the quotes have seemed like they kind of want to get him going offensively.
Okay. He's been right around the same snap share offensively. And he only played 14% of the snaps on defense. I think they got a little healthier at cornerback. So, all right. I would go Hunter and Kupp, but
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Well, let's just say that. JCM or Malik Washington in half PPR?
I think this could be the Bill week.
I don't love it, but yeah, that's who I'd go with.
Same. Judge 2 homers today. Probably only unless they're, down by 10 runs, then maybe. PPR need Higgins, Tootin, or RJ Harvey.
I would go with Higgins.
I would go with Harvey.
It's funny. It seems like we are not taking RJ Harvey's breakout game last week seriously at all. I need to see it again. I can't just throw him in a lot. Not that. It's a separate discussion than this, but I just want to bring that up with RJ Harvey because I am seeing a lot of RJ Harvey questions. He had a really nice game last week. He got a ton of work. Caught a touchdown.
I've got him right in the same zip code as Michael Carter and Woody Marks.
Okay, 90210. We should say that for like the elite players. Flowers or Diggs?
Flowers.
That's actually pretty close. I thought Diggs looked a lot better last year. I think they've kind of been easing him in, and he's got the revenge game here, potential shootout. Man, I'm so excited for this Sunday night game.
Me too.
Diggs, I've got just 2 spots behind Flowers. That's really close.
I think you meant to say that he looked better last week.
Yeah.
He also looked better last year.
He did, yeah. Give me a break, loser. Dak, May, or Goff in 6-point per passing touchdown leagues?
Drake May.
I would go Goff, but May is second. I found May on the waiver wire in a league this week.
Whoa.
This morning.
What are you playing with? Amateurs there? Oh, can't stand that crowd. Does that reaction. Okay, so we haven't talked about the Cowboys. Looks like they're going to be down 4 offensive linemen against the Jets.
I was waiting for the right moment to bring this up because I track the line movement on Sunday morning pretty closely for projections purposes. And earlier in the week, Dallas was a 2.5-point favorite. As of right now, on FanDuel at least, the Jets are 1.5-point favorites.
Wow.
Look, they were down 2 linemen last week. And then did one get hurt during the game? I can't remember. And they ran beautifully against the Packers, which was a surprise. So I don't know how much it matters, but it's
4 is more than 2.
4 is more than 2. The Jets, I believe Jermaine Johnson's out. So I think they're also kind of beat up front a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's something to keep in mind. It might not be great. I can't get Javonte out of my lineups, but not as excited. Dart or Bo Nix, and then Carter or Dowdle.
Dart.
No.
Yep.
Nix and Dowdle. Okay, Jacob, from a I'm sure watched every Jackson Dart snap last week and probably put it into a Twitter thread. What other than the fact that they let him run so much, what was encouraging to you?
I mean, that's basically it. Like, I think he looked exactly how you'd expect. I thought the offense, like, they're keeping him on tight, guardrails, but I think that it's smart and makes sense and could work. And I don't know. I was encouraged enough by him in college to think that he could expand on that slowly as they build the roll out. But like to come in and be able to move the ball against a really good defensive coordinator, a talented defense, I feel pretty confident against the Saints.
Every quarterback that has faced the Saints has scored at least 20 fantasy points. Those are Kyler Murray, 22.3, Mac Jones, 27.8, Sam Darnold, 20.7 fantasy points on 18 pass attempts. And then Josh Allen had a big game. He had 45 rushing yards and a touchdown.
Over under 18 pass attempps for Jackson Dart.
Over.
Barely.
But
I think they'll be behind them.
5 under. 18's obviously super low. This is a good game, by the way. Really, not the Giants game.
Oh, the Vikings and the Browns, the good teams.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's been a little sloppy, some fumbles and whatever, but both quarterbacks have played better than I thought. And I think Christian Darrisaw, from what I've seen, is having a great game. They're obviously helping with Myles Garrett, but that's like a marquee matchup. Here goes Mason. What a whiff on Jordan Mason, right? From everyone.
What do you mean?
Where did you have him in your rankings?
20th?
That's pretty. 22. That's probably higher than Dave and Jamey, I'm guessing.
I had him at 22.
I don't know exactly where Dave and Jamey.
Oh, he's not actually really having that great of a game. It seemed better, but only 11 carries, 11 for 41 and a touchdown, plus 2 catches for 2 yards, plus a fumble. So he's like 10 points right now. Okay, he's played better than I thought. Tremble or Dalton Schultz?
Tremble.
Troy Franklin or Darius Slayton or Zach Charbonnet, full PPR?
Well, let's go Franklin.
Oh, pick two.
Okay.
I would sit Slayton.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is the worst take ever. Hold on, let me find it. The worst take ever. The only thing that could ruin barbecue is the Carolina style. So, no, it is not better than KC.
I would take Carolina barbecue over your ribs, and I never had your ribs.
No, because then I'd have to pour vinegar all over the ribs, and it would make it gross. Like, the vinegar is so bad. Strange, Waller, or Juwan Johnson?
I found out. I mean, I'll answer Strange. You agree, Jacob?
It's Juwan Johnson for me, but I'm fine with Strange. I think it's a pretty good spot for him.
I'm probably more worried / hesitant about what the other tight ends being healthy means for Juwan Johnson than some might be. And definitely T-Mac for me. Agreed?
Yep.
Just so you know, Adam, that North Carolina barbecue and South Carolina barbecue are not the same thing.
Oh, is that right?
So if you go to one talking about the vinegar or the mustard, the other one's going to be offended.
Yeah, so I had North Carolina barbecue, and it's gross. And I thought you guys were actually going to go Waller there, which is, I think, where I would lean. And, Carolina's been a pretty good matchup. They give up the 6th most fantasy points. And then, honestly, I thought you might go Pittman because he's been really good.
I rank it Strange, Waller, Johnson.
I have Waller like a tier below them. I'm worried about the playing time, basically. And then I'm pretty much always going to answer T-Mac. You're going to have a hard time getting me to not say T-Mac.
Well, he's got to have a good game before we, always answer T-Mac, right? And,
not me.
Nope.
Well,
Jacob doesn't care about that.
I don't know. You know what? I think I'm just going to go Pittman. He scored 15 or more fantasy points in 3 or 4 games.
I worry about him not being 100% healthy. We've seen that he's like a hardo that'll play through injuries, and not even if he's only at like 60, 70%, will just be out there.
A hardo. Never heard that before.
Yeah.
Tough
the
guy.
other thing, I'm going to rescind. I'm with Jacob on T-Mac right now. If he doesn't have a good game against the Dolphins, then I'm moving over to Team Adam. He's got to have a good game before we can call him a starter.
No, I like T-Mac. Don't get me wrong. I like him.
You think he sucks?
I like Pittman. Vegas has given up, I think, the 4th most fantasy points to wide receivers. Josh Downs, Christian Kirk, or Calvin Ridley?
Downs.
I would go Ridley.
Oof.
Heath,
I don't like any of these guys. You don't have a good option.
Heath, I want to bring you back to your younger days as a father. Right now, I can hear my kids in the other room. My son just said, to my daughter. He said, "Get out of my face. I don't ever want to see you again."
Very nice.
Like 5 times a day we get that.
That's kind of how I feel with Calvin Ridley.
Oh, yeah. Sean Tucker or Isaiah Pacheco, PPR?
Yikes. Sean Tucker, at least there's, hope of something fun.
Okay.
I'm going Pacheco.
I have Tucker one spot ahead of Pacheco in my rankings.
What, Adam?
Do you not hear what's going on right now?
Oh, now there's a fight going on in Adam's room. I think you should tell them to get out of your face that you don't ever want to see them again.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay, Jacob, it's just you and me. And pick 2. I think Ken Walker is an interesting one today because it seems like a pass funnel defense and a run heavy team, but he's full PPR. He's got Walker, Olave, Dobbins, and Jamo.
I would go Olave and Dobbins. Love Olave for full PPR, and I've got Dobbins ranked ahead of Walker. I'm pretty worried about the matchup, like Keith alluded to, that they'll go a little bit more pass heavy to attack this matchup here.
I have Olave and Walker. I think with Walker and Dobbins, you just have to recognize it's probably a floor upside debate. Like, we know what Walker can do, and Dobbins could, I guess, as well. But Adam, Walker or Dobbins?
Am I muted? No. Ken Walker, J.K. Dobbins. I would go with PPR. I'm going to go with Dobbins. I'm going to go with Dobbins.
I feel like what you want Walker to be doing and what he can do is what Dobbins is just doing right now. He's like the most explosive running back in the league right now.
Yeah, and I've given this stat a lot, but one time in the last 13 games now, the Buccaneers have given up more than 43 rushing yards to a running back. So I don't think Walker's going to have a lot of success running the ball. However, I do think he's going to catch the ball more because I think they're going to have to throw the ball more. But still, Dobbins getting 1 catch a game. But I'm just going to go with Dobbins. What is this? Indiana Jones or Dakota Rain? What does that mean?
It's Daniel Jones or Dak. I don't know what Dakota Rain means.
Okay. We going Dak over Daniel Jones?
No.
I have Daniel Jones. Neither one of them are top 12 for me, but I have Daniel Jones higher.
Daniel Jones not top 12 with the Colts imply for 27 points or whatever?
He's going to throw 1 pass touchdown.
Yeah.
Does he run for a touchdown or not? That's the whole question.
What if he had that second touchdown last week instead of Adonai Mitchell fumbling it?
Then he would have a 3.17 career touchdown rate instead of 3.16.
Jacob works so hard for Beyond the Box Score. Yes, he does. Pick one: Bill, Harvey, or Tootin.
Harvey, right?
Harvey.
It's close with him and Bill. You're Harvey for sure.
Well, I'm Harvey.
I think format matters here. If it's non-PPR, I might go Bill. If it's half or full, Harvey for me, and I think it's for everyone. Pick 2: Slayton, Diggs, or Myers, PPR. Oh, fun. Myers is the layup.
Yeah, it's Myers and Diggs for me.
Same.
On the Harvey JCM thing, I do have JCM just 1 spot ahead because I think the offense is a lot more likely to score points. The Broncos are only implied for like 20 points or something like that on the road against Philly. That's why Knicks was so low for me too.
Yeah, I gave a bold prediction at the end of of the mailbag. I agree that you should take the cautious approach, but I really think the Broncos are going to do very well. I think they're going to win.
Wow.
Nick's going to have a big game.
And Adam's completely unbiased when it comes to the Eagles.
I also said earlier today on the 8:30 a.m. stream that they're, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I feel like they're one of the most underappreciated teams in modern NFL history. They have not lost a game with Jalen Hurts healthy in a year. Week 5, they had their bye last year. They have not lost with Jalen Hurts healthy since. They beat the pants off of the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They are 4-0 and acting like they're playing horribly. No one gives them the respect they deserve. They are absolutely amazing. But they're going to lose today. Okay, Godwin or Chase Brown, PPR, and then Worthy or Waddle.
Godwin and Worthy.
Godwin and Waddle.
Okay.
Godwin. I love that. I hope you're right.
I am so high on Xavier Worthy. In fact, I wanted to make Xavier Worthy trade offers this week before Rashee Rice gets back. And if he's only like okay this week, I'm going to do the same. I think they're both going to be really good. Dobbins or Woody Marks?
I actually do have Woody higher. This seems like one of the biggest discrepancies between me and Heath this week. I have Woody at RB16, Dobbins at RB18.
I think I have Dobbins at 22 and Woody at 24. So I would go Dobbins.
When trying a new barbecue place, should I try brisket or pulled pork? And then we'll get to the fantasy question.
Yes, is the answer. You should always go for like the 3 meat, 3 sides.
You have to choose
combo.
one. You have to choose one.
Burnt ends.
If I could only try one meat, I would ask the person who works there, what are you guys known for?
Okay, fine. If you want a real answer, I would go brisket, but
Me too.
You should get both. Who are we?
Like you go to a place that's known for their pulled pork, and they just also make brisket because it's a barbecue place. You're going to miss out on the best thing they have.
Okay, fine. With that caveat, Pickens, McMillan, Abuka, or Sutton, who are we sitting?
Sutton. Pretty easily.
Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't say easily, but it's Sutton. I don't want to sit him.
Who are you considering?
I think I could McMillan hasn't, as Adam likes to point out, had an actual really good game yet.
Yeah.
And Abuka feels like a paper tiger.
Yeah, I would sit Sutton. Yeah, but I was either going to be him or McMillan.
Kenyon Mitchell is so freaking good.
Right. We've been asking, is he going to shadow Cortland Sutton? I've been saying no. Dave thinks maybe.
I think maybe.
I haven't really seen them do that.
Yeah.
I think they stay on their side. You said that's always the case. Harvey or Slayton?
Ooh. Do you have projections on this maybe, Heath? That's a tough one. For full PPR, I'm fine with Slayton, honestly. Like, we've seen them be more creative with his usage in the past at times when Neighbors goes down. Do you have any thoughts on this, Giants Insider?
Well, go ahead, Giants Insider. I
would start Darius Slayton here. I think he has a better chance for a touchdown, actually, because Dobbins is going to get that goal line work most likely. I would go with Slayton.
I would go with Harvey. And I agree with the thing I said earlier, Jacob, and it's kind of rude, but it's also true. It's like they really made an effort to get Darius Slayton involved when Malik Neighbors missed time last year. But Darius Slayton also played 78 games before Malik Neighbors got there and averaged like 40 yards a game.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is just a guy.
Yeah, and we don't think that we're probably getting more than like 150, 200 yards passing or something like that.
Right, and I don't know how good of odds you can have to throw a touchdown when we're probably expecting one passing touchdown.
Yeah.
What I like about Slayton without Neighbors, it was over 100 routes last year, most of them coming in those 2 games, is that his average route depth came down and his ADOT came down. So I think when they use him like a normal receiver instead of just a field stretcher, you're going to get a more consistent player. Who's going to get targeted more frequently.
We have under 300 likes.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we never have that big of an audience when there's a Europe game going on. So obviously we hate Europe. But that being said, we still have on YouTube, we have over 1,300 people watching and we have less than 300 likes. So that needs to change. So we're not going to answer any start-sit questions until we get to 500 likes. We got to double what we have now. Oh, we're up to 295. Okay. Let's get to 500 likes. You know what? Let's comment on the game. Who do you think is going to win? Right now it's 17-14, a minute 10 left. Vikings have the ball, 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 27. TJ Hawkinson is getting a nice PPR game, 6 catches for 38 yards. Who do you think is going to win? You think the Vikings?
Is he the 4th best tight end in this game? In terms of fantasy points?
Yes.
Browns win.
At this moment, with where the ball is on the field, I think I have to go with the Vikings. But if they kick the field goal, it's still tied, right?
Yeah.
I'm definitely cheering for the Browns. Sorry, Thomas.
Why are you cheering for the Browns?
Because they're the most fun thing ever. We got a rookie quarterback, a rookie running back that dominates touches, 2 rookies pass catchers. Like it's like a dynasty manager's dream.
I don't understand. I thought I watched a good amount of Quinshon Judkins. I probably watched 4 games of his carries, and I never thought he looked that good. He didn't pop to me. I didn't really like Judkins that much. This guy looks like one of the best running backs in football right now. He's been great, and there was an underrated run in this game. I think it was 4th and 1. And they gave him the ball. He got hit kind of around the first down marker, and he just trucked the guy and kept going and picked up the first down. He is fantastic.
A little love to Matt Waldman, FFT Dynasty, before the NFL draft. He said that Judkins was the second best rusher in the class behind Ashton Genty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was probably wrong. He might be the best. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, that's a good call by Matt Walden.
Well, I mean, Bill's better.
And Bashal Tootin, obviously.
Yeah.
We're up to 433 likes. I think you all have been waiting long enough. You know I'm always bluffing with those threats. Because I shouldn't admit that. Tedero McMillan, Rico Dowdle, or Chase Brown?
T-Mac. Tedero.
Yes, I agree with that.
Starting wide receiver against the Dolphins or starting running back against the Dolphins? Let's see just how running backs have done against Miami. They are 23rd against Miami. They give up against running backs. They give up 4.73 yards per carry, which is terrible. Fourth most receiving yards per game. Jonathan Taylor, Roger Stevenson, James Cook, Breece Hall. Okay, I'm going Rico Dowdle.
I think that they're going to mix in the rookie, Trevor Etienne.
They will.
Yeah.
They will. But I don't think he's going to get nearly as much work as Dowdle was getting when Chuba was.
They said that they were basically going to emulate that same split, but we'll see.
Well, I'd hate them if they did that, so let them know. Etienne or Scadaboo, PPR?
Etienne.
That is close. Etienne for sure for you?
I mean, I like them both a lot, and they are very close in my rankings, but
Yeah.
I do have Etienne higher.
I had no idea. Oh, I'm sorry.
I have Scadaboo RB10, Etienne RB11.
Scadaboo, wow. I had no idea that Rain Dakota was Dak's full name. No idea.
Huh.
Sutton or Godwin?
Oh, wow.
Sutton.
I have Godwin one spot ahead of Sutton.
How about that? All right, half PPR, one wide receiver, one flex. Diggs, Sutton, Jamo, Dobbs. Dobbs is not playing. Dobbins?
But I think it's Dobbins.
Yeah. I sat Romeo Dobbs this week, by the way.
Sutton and Dobbins.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Go Broncos.
Yeah, I'm fine with Diggs if you don't want to go to Broncos. It's close.
Godwin or Keenan Allen?
Keenan for me.
Yeah, me too.
AJ Brown or David Montgomery?
I'm totally fine with Montgomery, honestly.
I would go AJ, but I don't have a strong feel on it.
I've never been more influenced by something off the field than I think I am this week with David Montgomery and how he's never played in his hometown before. And he talked about it with Kay Adams, and he's incredibly excited, and his family's there. And he talked about his sister who was paralyzed in a car accident a year and a half ago, and she gets to see him play. And he's coming off, by the way, his worst game of his career, basically. So I really feel like he's scoring today, which is not going out on a limb with David Montgomery.
I'm buying it. Yeah, Montgomery.
Pollard or Keon Coleman?
Yikes.
Pollard.
Yeah, unless you need to just swing for upside, probably best with Pollard.
Michael Carter or Devontae Smith, half PPR?
I think I'm Devontae.
I'm going to stay with Carter.
Me too. Demercado.
I hope you heard my level of enthusiasm.
Yeah, I did. Demercado or Malik Washington? Half PPR.
Malik. Good luck.
Yeah, I'd probably go Demercado, but I don't have any.
I would go Demercado on the hope that Michael Carter has 10 yards on his first 5 carries and Demercado starts getting more work. Ben, letting you know something. Please enjoy the next 24 minutes of your life, because the next 3 hours after that are going to suck, because we are coming to Bourbon Street, baby. I'm going to whoop your... Yeah, whatever.
Okay, whoever was excited about sitting Jordan Addison, me, is no longer excited about sitting Jordan Addison.
Oh, did he just catch touchdown? All right. Don't you love those leagues? Like I have him in the Scott Fish Bowl that are so deep that you have to start. Like I can't not start Jordan Addison.
I started Harold Fannin in the Scott Fish Bowl.
There you go. That's tight. That's super duper tight end premium. Ooh, I think they got away with a false start on that touchdown. I want to see that again. Looked like they were moving a little bit. All right. Congratulations to the Vikings. Where's Schaefer? Yeah, right. They did get away with a false start there. Yeah. Okay, some more questions. Pick one here. Chase Brown, Michael Carter, Demercado, Darius Slayton.
I would stick with Chase Brown.
Me too.
Yeah, the Lions used to have a really good run defense, but and it hasn't been bad. They've been good. 3.9 yards per carry, running backs, 9th fewest, fantasy points allowed, or 8th fewest. But it's really a Lee McNeil, I think, who hasn't been playing yet that dominates for them. In a flex, Io Manor, unless she's going, ayo, Malik Washington or RJ Harvey.
Harvey.
Yeah, let's go Harvey.
And Dak or Dakota, whatever, or Bo.
Dakota Rain.
I have, with my Sunday morning projections update, moved Dak behind Knicks, but they are very, very close. So if somebody has a strong feeling,
Can you get his name right? You jerk. It's Rain Dakota.
My bad.
Yeah. Oh, this is a great question. You can only have one come true. Giants win or Yankees win today?
it's an easy question.
It's not that easy.
One of your teams is playing for a world championship, and one of your teams, if they win, is just going to get a worse draft pick next year. It's not even kind of difficult.
I know, but I really don't want to have to pay up my end of the bet if the Giants lose.
What is your bet?
Again, you can't tell Dan. But if the Giants lose, Dan has no idea. He's not part of this bet. But if the Giants lose, I have to agree with every take he says on the mailbag show. And he's just been firing these horrible takes. I'm really worried about my life. Like I can't do that.
Here's the thing. There's an entire Twitter thread devoted to your bad takes. Everybody's just going to think these are your opinions. It's not going to negatively impact your standing in the world at all.
The answer, unbelievably, I think, is the Giants. I really want them to win. I want a little excitement going into Thursday against the Eagles. Also, I just love football about 10 times more than baseball. Javonte Williams, Cortland Sutton, Demercado, Dowdle, Rachaad White. We need to sit 2.
Sit Demercado, and then I think Sutton.
I would sit Demercado and Dowdle, but
I agree with Jacob on that one. I'd sit Demercado and Sutton because I feel like I've been answering Sutton for every answer, so I have to sit him in someone's league. And then another league, Justice Hill or Charbonnet.
I would go with Charbonnet. They've got Keaton Mitchell activated this week, and so maybe that cuts into Justice Hill's touches a little bit. Charbonnet, that game could turn into a shootout, so there could be touchdown upside for him, maybe.
Jacob's hoodie game is superior compared to Dan's, yeah.
Gengar.
Who's that?
Pokemon.
I knew I was going to say that. Adam's boy, Dart. He's not really my boy. Or Bryce Young.
Dart.
I'm going Bryce Young.
I would definitely go Bryce Young.
Henry or Wan'Dale Robinson?
Derek?
Yeah.
I
don't know. Yeah.
I'm thinking Hunter Henry. Heath's face is classic right now. Hunter Henry or Wan'Dale Robinson?
I glitched.
Let's go Henry. Good luck.
I think I'd go Wan'Dale over Hunter Henry.
Going
That
Henry
makes
on the
sense,
off chance that maybe I'm getting Derek.
Okay, now sorry, I was just watching the last play of that game. Hats off to Dylan Gabriel. He did well. Oh, wait, is that not the last play of the game?
I think we may have had a penalty.
Oh, okay. I'm a little behind. Dinesh is going to let Dan know. Thank you. JC, Bill Krosky Merritt or Chris Rodriguez, non-PPR?
I'm going with the best running back in the NFL.
Bill Krosky Merritt it is. Darren Waller or Hunter Henry?
Henry.
Yeah. I've got Waller one spot higher. Henry's much safer. But how safe is Henry? He might score 1.9 points.
I said this stat 3 hours ago, but no tight end has more than 3 targets against Buffalo so far this year. Very strange, including Juwan Johnson last week. Sutton or Woody Marks, half PPR?
I would go Woody.
And I would go Sutton.
I'd go Sutton. Let's see. It's a Jacob Gibbs and Heath Help Day. Sit 1 in PPR. Jamar Chase, Emeka Buka, Tedero McMillan, Brian Thomas Jr., or Woody Marks?
BTJ.
Agreed.
ETJ. Oh, wow. Do they have a timeout? Oh, he was in bounds. Oh, man. That was a good play. Dylan Gabriel did a lot better than I thought he was going to do. 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. Doesn't sound so great. But I don't know. He looked a lot better than I thought he would.
Oh, we're playing each other in the IDP league.
Yeah, we are. That's my Malik Neighbors league and Brian Thomas Jr., my first 2 picks. So
Well, it's my Brock Bowers, Chuba Hubbard, Trey Benson league.
Oh, good.
And I lost both my starting defensive backs.
Both of my starting defensive backs are on bye. Who's favored?
Let's see. Looks like I am favored by 12.
Yeah, my
So
team
means nothing.
Hunter Henry or Trey Tucker, PPR.
I'd go Henry.
I'd probably go Tucker.
Man, I don't want to answer all these questions, but I have to keep breaking the ties. I'd go Tucker. Brian Thomas Jr., Rico Dowdle, Michael Carter, PPR.
Rico.
Suave.
Yeah, sure.
Jalen Waddle, Xavier Worthy, or Emeka Ibuka. Pick 2.
Oh.
I would sit at Buka. They're all very close, but I have it Worthy, wide receiver 11, Waddle, wide receiver 13, at Buka, wide receiver 14.
I would sit Worthy, but I agree they're all really close, and that's why I side. Which one are you sitting, Adam?
I'm going to sit Ibuka.
Okay.
But not for any great reason. Just I really like the other guys. The thing about Ibuka is that, it was, oh man, he's just getting all these big plays. But last week, didn't he have 10 targets? He had 8 targets. No,
Godwin
he had 10. He had 10.
Oh, Godwin did too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mayfield threw 40 times, but he had 10. He's got 18 targets in his last 2 games, Ibuka. And yet I'm sitting. Lost Tyreek Hill. London's on a bye, so give me 2 wide receivers. Trey Tucker, Troy Franklin, Calvin Ridley, Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton.
I would start Tucker and Franklin.
I think I'm Wan'Dale Robinson, and it's very close between the rest of them.
I would start Slayton and Tucker. What did you say, Heath?
Franklin and Tucker.
I'm Robinson and Tucker. Franklin's close behind.
Franklin and Tucker has to be a law firm. I'm going to look that up. By the way, with all these questions about the Raiders wide receivers, I'm getting all tuckered out. Okay. Barkley, Dobbins, or Kamara? Barkley's been buns. I don't know. I mean, he scored, I think, 17 or more points in 3 or 4 games.
I would sit Dobbins.
That tough.
Oh, Barkley's who I'd start.
Yeah, Barkley's got to be the answer here, right?
Yep.
Barkley's had a really tough schedule, I think, and he's getting 4 targets a game. I think, hoping better times are ahead. Thank you for liking. 2 QB league. Would you trade Ibuka for Waddle and Daniel Jones? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, start 2.5 PPR. Emari Demercado, Zach Charbonnet, Sean Tucker, Travion Henderson, Isaiah Pacheco. Oh, not going to read them all. Start 2.
Half PPR?
I'm sorry. You have 7 meh options.
Harvey and Travion, I believe.
It was either, I couldn't decide between Travion and Charbonnet.
Oh, yeah. I think it would be Harvey and Charbonnet.
I'll go with that.
We don't want to take a risk on Sean Tucker here?
No, I think there's too high of a chance that he gets like 3 touches.
Okay. Travion Henderson, Darius Slayton, or Bill, half PPR?
I would go with Bill. It's close. They're all close.
Half PPR, I think Bill. Full PPR would probably be Travion.
No, not Slayton. Okay. Brian Thomas Jr. I think we did this one, right? Dowdle?
Dowdle.
Ooh, let's test Jacob's love for Woody Marks. Or Jalen Waddle.
Waddle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Olave or Jamar Chase?
Chase.
Goose. From Trey. Already losing big. Need boom potential here. Tony Pollard, Alec Eilman, or Justice Hill, Malik Washington, or Josh Downs.
You do not have it.
You got to go Pollard, right?
If you need boom, I think I would go with Eilman or Downs.
You don't need boom. What if other guys on your team boom?
What is that?
I mean, I don't know. I never really go with that route.
Are you saying like if you feel like you don't need upside, you don't care? I'm not really sure what you're saying.
I am saying that I don't chase points necessarily and go, I just need upside, because you never know where the upside's going to come on your team. And if you bench a steady player for someone who you think has more upside, but also has a much lower floor, then you could lose your week by 4 points and regret your decision. Now, you could argue easily that Alec Eilman does not have a much lower floor than Tony Pollard because Pollard hasn't been that great, and now Tajay Spears is coming back. I personally would go Pollard. I don't think you have to. But I'm not making this decision based on upside. Put it that way.
I'd go with Eilman. It is close, but especially if you want upside, I think that he has some huge, like big play upside here with him chasing points.
Okay. Leo says, I also don't do coffee, and adding ice cream doesn't help. You're right. Both are.
Can I make sure that people understand this, and especially you, Adam? Coffee ice cream does not mean you take a cup of coffee and put a scoop of ice cream in it.
I'm aware, but it tastes
It's
like
ice cream flavored like coffee.
Yeah, which is bad.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Daniel Jones or Kyler Murray?
I would go with Jones. Wait. Oh, QB2. Yeah, okay.
Heath said Kyler.
I did.
Okay. T-Mac, Godwin, Chase Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., and Diggs. We need 2.
T-Mac and Godwin, full PPR?
Yeah.
Okay. Troy Franklin or T. Higgins?
Higgins.
Franklin for me.
Wow. I really don't want to break these ties. I guess I'd go Higgins. I feel like he's due for something. Brian Thomas Jr. or Tedero McMillan, PPR?
McMillan?
Yeah.
Trevor
Lawrence, Spencer Rattler, or Taysom Hill at Superflex?
Yikes.
Not Taysom Hill.
I think I have Rattler ahead of Trevor Lawrence this week.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Vanessa, happy birthday. Oh,
happy birthday, Vanessa.
Happy birthday.
Inspire a new team. Demercado, Charbonnet, or Devontae Smith, half PPR?
Devontae Smith?
I would go Charbs.
Okay.
But
who's gonna sing to Vanessa? Heath?
Why?
It's her birthday.
we gave her fantasy advice. This is like the stupid birthday card thing. Like, I'm giving you a present. I don't need to spend $5 extra to give you a card that someone else wrote a message on.
I completely agree. From Hinkman, sit 2, McConkey, Debo, Waddle, AJ Brown, and T-Mac.
McConkey and Brown. I hope that's not just recency bias, but that's who I have the lowest.
That is also who I have the lowest.
Would you not drop, but would you? Well, it says drop.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have Jameson Williams than Wandale. But I'm really low on Wandale. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting.
I have one spot ahead of Jameson Williams this week, but I would drop him to pick up Jameson Williams.
I'd rather have Jameson rest of season, but that again is just entirely wish casting that this new Lions offense isn't what it has been so far, which is just all Amon-Ra and Gibbs.
Didn't he have 10 targets last week or something?
And do you think they want to go back to that plan?
Yeah, I do. I think they believe in him. No, I don't think that they're going to give him 10 targets. I would never expect that really from Jameson Williams, but I don't think they're going to be like, well, he was bad with the 10 targets. We're not throwing to him anymore. I don't see how things could get much worse for Jameson Williams. I almost feel like he's a buy low, understanding he's not going to be as good as we thought, but he's a talented player in a great offense, whereas Wandale is a marginal player in a bad offense. Myers or Pittman? Ooh, that's close.
That is close. I have Pittman.
I have Myers.
Ioman or Charbonnet, Carter or Chase Brown? I need one.
I would go with Chase Brown. I'm sorry if it continues to suck.
I agree with you.
I would too, yeah. Scattaboo or Woody Marks, full PPR. And
Scattaboo.
Yes.
Scattaboo for you guys? Okay, and I'm going to go, yeah, we're all going McMillan over Brian Thomas Jr.
Yep.
Dallas Goedert or Mason Taylor?
Goddard.
Yeah, Goddard's one of those guys. I think in the projections it actually says Taylor, but I'm just faking the rankings because, like I said earlier in the week, Dallas Goedert and Dalton Kincaid are the two most fraudulent top 12 tight ends in fantasy football right now. But I'd probably still go Goddard.
Do I start Henry, Achane, Marks, or Dowdle? How many? How do you rank them?
Achane, Marks, Henry, Dowdle.
Achane, Henry, Dowdle, Marks.
Mims or Malik Washington?
Malik.
I'm fine with that. It's very close. Yeah, I have Malik as well.
Coffee, ice cream, or coffee cake?
Coffee cake.
You don't have to choose. Just put some coffee ice cream on coffee cake.
Definitely coffee cake. Coffee cake's the only good thing that begins with coffee. Olave, maybe coffee break is also good. Olave, Brian Thomas Jr., Ladd, Woody Marks. We need 3 of them.
Ladd, Olave, and Woody.
Yeah.
Man, we are really low on Brian Thomas Jr., huh? I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's a tough spot.
Now we need to sit 2 of this group.
McConkey and AJ Brown. I think we already answered that one.
I'm sorry.
I have never this season been as certain that I am forgetting to start someone or accidentally starting someone that I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
I just keep going through my lineups and I can't find it.
I almost forgot to start Michael Carter against you in that IDP league. I had both Giants wide receivers in there. Dart or Daniel Jones?
We answered that one too.
Daniel Jones.
When did you answer that one?
I don't remember doing this one.
Okay, maybe not.
Okay. Daniel Jones. Although if you ask the Giants, they'd say Dart. Goff or Jaden Daniels?
Jaden.
It's reluctantly for me. I might actually have, let me check real quick because they are probably back to back for me. I'm a little bit worried that Jaden without McLaurin and potentially less running. I have Goff one spot higher.
All right, let's go rapid fire here to finish. Malik Washington, Christian Kirk, or Ollie Gordon?
Kirk.
Olave or McMillan?
McMillan.
Yep.
2 running backs and a flex. Pollard, Chubb, Justice Hill, Sean Tucker. Sit 1.
Sit Hill?
I'll sit Chubb. I don't think he's
full PPR. I'll sit Tucker.
Great. Start Pollard, I guess. Half PPR, 2 wide receivers. Myers, Tetaroa, Sutton, Brian Thomas Jr.
T-Mac and Myers.
1 flex. Those guys or Ken Walker?
Walker?
I'd go Sutton.
All right. Lineups, I think, have locked, but Ibuka or Quentin Johnston and ETN or Rachaad White?
Ibuka, ETN.
I've got Quentin Johnston and ETN.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Great stuff. Appreciate it from Heath and Jacob. And we'll talk to you about 7:30 p.m.-ish to recap all of the Sunday action. Good luck. Good luck to your NFL teams, to your fantasy teams. And let's get a win in week 5. See you later.